G'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Today we're going to be talking about oils. Now I know it's a touchy subject, everyone has their own opinions, but I'm going to be talking about something very specific. So today I was off buying some new oil for my KTM and made me think about all of those questions I've ever had about oil for bikes. I've had 500,000 views, a lot of those how-to, so people think I'm pretty knowledgeable about the subject, and I know a little bit, but not a lot. The main thing I want to talk about is two-stroke oil. Now, two-stroke oil is very, very different to four-stroke oil. Let me explain that to you. So in a four-stroke engine, the oil sits down the bottom in a sump. That's where it all collects, and that's why you do an oil change. Not this oil is really old and definitely not suited for that bike. Anyway, so you actually put oil into the bottom of the engine. What happens is down the bottom there's a whole bunch of oil. It gets splashed around and does all the bottom end bearing. There's also an oil pump that pumps it up to the top end, lubricates everything, makes sure everything has oil all over it. Two-stroke, very different. So the two-stroke engine is very, very different. There is no oil sitting down in a sump ready to be splashed around and pumped up to the top end. What happens is, in the fuel, you mix the oil, you put those two together, it comes down and it goes around the engine components and whatever and lubricates it that way. So it's very, very different to a four-stroke. That's a really, really simplified version of it. It is a whole lot more complex than that, but I just want to give you the basics of it. So when it comes to oil, I don't know. I really don't know. I use MotoX at the moment just because that's what KTM, MotoX, KTM, they're just together. That's what they recommend, I think. I've used Moto 800 in the past. I've used Castrol oils. I've used lots of different oils. And I really don't think it matters. I think the important part is that you pay a little bit of money and you make sure you're getting something that's a little bit of quality in it. As long as you're putting decent oil in, decent fuel in, I think your bike's going to last a fair while. Having said that, what would I know? I had to do a top and bottom end rebuild on my bike. I don't know how many hours it's got, but I mean, if I had to do that, maybe I'm not using the right oil. So don't take my word for it. So which fuel do you choose? That's the question. First thing is fuel container. Makes it a whole lot easier. I always go for the best quality fuel. Trying to get exactly 10 litres really helps out too. Let's go mix some gas. So getting exactly 10 litres is really going to help you out with mixing your fuel. The other thing that's going to make it a lot easier is a little measuring jug. Now this measuring jug gives you percentages and it also gives you millilitres on one side as well. So when you're measuring out your oil, there's a couple of things that are really, really important. Your manufacturer will give you recommendations. Now those recommendations I'd probably adhere to pretty strictly because I wouldn't want to go doing my own thing that Joe Blow's told me. Joe Blow said to run 40 to 1 and you have no idea and then you blow your bike up. So always look up the manufacturer's recommendations. Having said that, I do run 50 to 1 whereas the KTM recommends 60 to 1. The reason I do this is because that's definitely a racing mixture and they're rebuilding their engines every 50 hours or 30 hours or something like that, where I'm definitely not. I want to keep my engine a little bit longer before having to do a rebuild. The thing that makes it nice and easy when you get exactly 10 litres of fuel, the thing that makes it easy when you get exactly 10 litres of fuel in here is it's exactly 200 millilitres of oil. And so I know every single time I put 10 litres of that, it's going to be 200 mils of oil. So it makes it nice and simple. Once you've got the right amount of oil, it's just a matter of pouring it into the fuel. And this can take a while. So what I normally do while I'm mixing fuel is I look up the JoeJoeMoto Instagram page. Have you seen it yet? You should check it out. It's awesome. Now that you've finished pouring the oil, it's as simple as giving the fuel a good shake up. Then in the bike it goes. Any more two-stroke questions? Any more oil questions? Any other questions? Don't forget Q&A is coming up soon. Watch this video right here. It'll tell you all about it. And now, we're all good to ride. Go.